Okay, I'm recording. Yes, I'm in the pool because the sun was bright as the day is long. Well, the days aren't really that long, are they? But the sun was shining bright, and as soon as I get in the pool, sun goes away. Just my luck. But anyway, this video is a video about I want to talk about last night. Although I posted a video of a little bit of it on Facebook and on YouTube, and I did write a little something about it. I wanted to speak about it just a little bit. I just wanted to say how proud I am of Haley and Jason for having their ears open, for taking it seriously that they heard a woman screaming for help, saying, no, stop. They weren't absolutely sure at first because it was back in the woods. If you remember me taking my walk video where I went to the beach area where Glenn told me not to go, but I went anyway, which I will never walk back there by myself again, even during the day. They were hearing a woman, as they thought. They were almost positive, but they weren't absolutely 100%. But they took it very seriously. So we were having dinner, and Glenn made this incredible dinner, barbecue ribs, beans, garlic bread. Haley was having her veggie burger. We had the fire going. There was, we were having some drinks. We were about to put some music on. That was right before we were about to play some music. Me and Glenn had left the porch for a few minutes. When we came back, Haley and Jason asked us, do you hear that? And I thought they were talking about the frogs or crickets. And Haley's like, no, I hear someone screaming. And Jason as well said that. And so we were silent. And then I did hear something, and Glenn heard it. I don't have good hearing. So I assumed somebody was partying back there. I said, well, maybe somebody's partying back there. And Glenn said, no, I heard that. That just, his hair stood up on his arms. He's like, no, I heard that. That was someone screaming for help. And so we immediately left the backyard, went to the front yard, went down to the park. The park closes at dawn. We were on the phone with the police, the PD. Jason called the PD. Once we got to the park and we got to the fence where it's locked, but you could still walk down to the beach area. You can cut through. I heard it. I actually, that's the first time I really heard a woman screaming, stop, no. And my first instinct, it was so bad that my first instinct was to go underneath that fence and go run down there. And that's exactly what I tried to do, except for Glenn pulling me back and then Haley pulling me back and telling me how stupid that would be. That's stupid, wait for the cops. You don't know who's back there. And because I had no thought, I had no feeling, I just had an instinct to go and crack some skull and get this woman, because right then and there I knew someone was in trouble. But lo and behold, as soon as Glenn pulled me back and Haley and Glenn started yelling at me, the cops pull up. Cop pulled up, asked Glenn, what direction is it coming from? He told him. Cop went straight down there. Then you got 8 to 9 cop cars, Clearwater PD, Pinellas County Sheriff. Response time within 5 minutes or less. Great response time. Haley, I'm so proud of you. I love you. You took it so seriously. You and Jason, I'm proud of you. I love you both, and you both took it to heart. You took it seriously. You didn't close your ears. You didn't say, oh, it's just probably some people back there partying, like I said, or like played your music. You waited. You made sure, and you acted quickly. And you acted quickly, and you acted quickly by asking Glenn and I if we heard it, if we hear it, and we all did. And Haley wasn't having that, and Jason wasn't having it, and Glenn wasn't having it, I wasn't having it. And we saved a woman last night from something terrible. And I'll tell you why. Because when this woman, I saw the woman for a short period of time directly across from my house. But I had to come back and forth to the house because there was a fire going as the police were here and they were investigating and doing whatever they were doing back there. The police officer had told Glenn that there was no physical bruising or physical that she was being physically assaulted. But, sometimes you don't see that till the next day. All I do know is that when they brought her up, she thanked Haley. She thanked her for calling. She said, "Thank you so much for calling." And she was hysterically crying, and she was, all disarrayed. Like, she was all disgruntled. She was disgruntled. She was crying. She was a mess. And something was happening to her. And because if it wasn't, and she was just back there partying, and it was just a boyfriend-girlfriend type of thing, she would have been like, "Oh, these nosy people called the PD," and blah, 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 blah. But she thanked her. There was more than one man back there. There was multiple men back there. I don't know 2 or 3, but more than one. And one woman. And she was hysterical. And she was hysterical, and she was thanking Haley, and the police department, they handled it. I have to give them more than a 2 thumbs up, because their response time was amazing. Jason called and said, we hear a woman in the back in the woods, screaming, "No, stop, help me, you gotta get," and he told them, he's like, you gotta get here right away. And they got here. I mean, one cop came, then you got 7, 8 cop cars coming right behind him for backup. Did I see the guys that were back there? No, because I think I'm not sure if there was arrests. I'm sure there was, because I showed a white van, and I think in that white van is possibly whoever was arrested. But anything could have happened to that woman. That woman was almost, she was gonna get beaten or raped or gang raped or killed, and either I would have seen it on the news and been like, "Oh my God," like, we were just sitting out on the porch that night and this happened just around the, around the corner, the beach where I walked to. But instead of waking up and seeing something, or I wouldn't have seen nothing on the news, maybe, because a lot of victims don't, they don't come out, or they disappear. People go missing all the time. So and I'm so proud of my daughter, and I'm so proud of Jason, and I'm so proud of them having their ears open and not closing their ears and keep closing their eyes or their mouths, and taking it seriously. And they took it very seriously. And my daughter wasn't having it. I wasn't having it. Glenn wasn't having it. If you never, please, people, never close your ears or close your eyes or close your mouth to something that is wrong, or something's happening. Like, try and do your best to help. Don't do what I was gonna do, and that's go back there and try and crack some skulls. And God knows they had a machete back there, and I overheard the PD cop saying that one of the guys had a machete back there. So, but I just want to say, I pray for this woman, and I hope she's okay. And I'm so proud of my family for how, if it wasn't for my daughter and Jason and Glenn and just my family, not turning a blind eye and calling and being that nosy neighbor and saying, like, yeah, and knowing, and Glenn has great hearing because he told the cop exactly what direction to go into. So, and that cop, he asked Glenn, like, what direction. Glenn told him what direction, and that cop was there. And I don't even know if he had his partner or not. I don't know if he went alone. Was he alone or not? He was alone. He hightailed it. He said what direction. That police officer hightailed it. And then, like, 2 seconds later, he had backup. He had his backup coming. But Haley Jason, yeah, you saved this woman. You saved this woman from some horrific that was going to happen to her, because she came out hysterically crying and just thanking Haley that she called. She said she was thanking her so much. Thank you for calling. Thank you. And while she was hysterically crying and all, all messed up and stuff, because God knows what they were going to do to her. It could have been anything. So, and we all know what that means. So I'm just saying, I love my family, and a woman was saved last night from either being raped, gang raped, murdered, beaten, thrown in the water there, never to be seen again. Maybe she was partying, but she definitely wasn't looking for whatever they were looking to do to her. So there's some pretty bad people in the world, but there's some pretty good people in the world, and my family were some pretty good people, and I'm real proud of us, and I'm real proud of Haley, and I'm real proud of Jason. And I'm not always going to put my videos up on Facebook. I'm going to start putting a lot of them just on YouTube. Now, please subscribe to me, and hit the little bell, because that'll tell you when I do a video. And this way, you can say, if you have time, you can look at the video, and maybe you want to watch it, maybe you don't. It's fine with me whether you do or you don't. I like subscribers, though. I need subscribers, because you never know what I'll put up. My videos are basically going to be either boring, or they're going to be funny, or they're going to be hopefully not tragic. And I wasn't looking for a story like that, and I certainly could have recorded that woman, because I saw her across the street, but I would never do that. She was a victim of, she was a victim of something, and she fortunately for us, she was saved. And I would never put her face on YouTube or Facebook. I would never do that. I would never even say her name. I don't even know who she is, but I bless her, and I hope everything works out for her. I don't know if she's a good person. I know she wasn't hanging out with good people, but, just be a good person. People have problems, and just like I always say, don't judge people until you really know them, and don't turn a blind eye. If you can help without getting yourself hurt, without doing something stupid, but definitely get involved. Definitely call your local PD, and use the PD, Clearwater PD, Pinellas County Sheriffs. You protected last night. They protected, and I know they have a lot of these auditors out there right now that they say, oh, cops this, they profile, they do this, they do that. Well, you know what? There's bad apples everywhere. There's bad people everywhere. There's bad apples in every single job. There's homeless bad apples. There's middle class bad apples. There's rich bad apples. There's poor bad apples. There's people that work at Nordstrom, bad apples. There's people that work at Walmart and they're bad, you know. No, do we want bad cops? No, of course not, because they have guns and badges and tasers and all that. But give them a break once in a while, because they see a lot and they do a lot, and they proved to me last night that they're here to protect. They will do their job. They might mess with you a little bit. They might profile you a little bit. I don't know what they do, but I know last night that their response time was 5 minutes or less, and they saved a woman, and they helped this woman, as did our family, by calling them. And I know they didn't hesitate. I know that one cop, the first cop that got here, I wish I knew his name and his badge number, because he did not hesitate to go back in the woods where it's dark and find out what was going on. He didn't hesitate. He did not hesitate. So you auditors out there, some of you are really good, and I understand what you're doing, and I understand you're fighting for our liberties, our rights, our amendments. You don't want our rights as Americans taken away. You want our freedom, and you see our freedoms being taken away a little by little, here and there. It's not all to do with law enforcement. Law enforcement is trained. They're trained by higher up people, you know what I'm saying? And they're just trying to make it through the day sometimes, just like you and I. I mean, yeah, are there some bad apples? Like, there's some really there's been ones that, yeah, they've killed innocent people. Some of them got away with it, some of them haven't. There's a lot of heroes too. There's a lot of good ones out there too. Ones that want to do the right thing, but maybe are trained the wrong way, or forgot what they made their oath to. To all you auditors, a lot of you are crap, but a handful of you are really good, and I think you do it for a good reason, and I think you do it for American people, and you do it for me too, because you're doing it to uphold the Constitution, no martial law. Other ones, I think you're just starting crap, and I think you just want to do what you want to do and think it's all right, but it doesn't work that way. That's not reality. So pick your reality and just pick it wisely. And I love you guys, and I need you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And my videos are sometimes going to be boring, sometimes they're going to be sensitive, sometimes they're going to be funny, sometimes they're going to have other people in them. I don't know what they're about. I'm not about, preaching to people about politics, about, I'm not about preaching. I'm not, some people think like, I don't know what she's trying to do with this YouTube channel. I'm not trying to do anything but to reach out and to hear, get some comments and get some subscribers and maybe some likes and dislikes and hey, comment to me and I don't know how to do a duo, but I'll do a duo YouTube thing with anybody any day. And yeah. I had my first subscriber to this one. I think she's my first subscriber. I'm going to make her some pancakes, but they're going to be good. Let me tell you, they're going to be good. Because there's a joke in my house about my pancakes. Yeah, that's another story for another day. I just want to say, I love you, Haley. I'm proud of you. I love you, Jason. I'm proud of you. I love you, Glenn. Grandpa, I love you. I love my family. I love my mom. I wish we could get along with other people in our family that just, don't get us, and hold grudges or think they're better than us. But, it is what it is. If you're richer than me, good for you. If you're poorer than me, then bad for you. Then if you're poorer than me and I loved you and I was rich, I'd give you whatever I could. That's just the type of person I am. But last night my daughter showed me that she's not having it. Like, she won't sit back and turn a blind eye. She will not. And that's why she's so strong. She has such strong opinions, and people dislike her for that, or they give her crap about that on social media, because she has such conviction at 18 years old, and she has such conviction on just her ideals and everything she does. You don't have to agree with her. She knows not everyone in this world and agrees with what she says and what she believes. She knows not all her friends agree with what she believes in and what she says. But know this, when Haley is your friend, Haley's your friend, and she's got your back. And if she could, she'd, stand and she'd probably take a bullet for you. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But she'd definitely have your back. She'd definitely take a bullet for me, that's for sure. No matter what, like, she's my baby girl, and she's awesome. And so I just gotta say, subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm gonna start putting most of my videos on YouTube. And I know I'm babbling on, and because I have ADHD, so I'm gonna try and control that a little bit. And I'm gonna try and do notes instead. So I have some notes when I want to do a specific topic. I'll have some notes or whatever. That's what Haley told me some people do. So I'm gonna try and do that, and just try and kick this cabin fever, I think. I want you all to be safe, healthy, and healthy up here, because cabin fever is a big thing. It's a big thing. And I am a homebody, but after a while, like, I might break for like a day, and then I'll be good. So, subscribe and hit the bell, and then it'll tell you if I have a video, and then you could say, hey, Penny has a video, and then if you want to watch it, you watch it. If you don't want to watch it, you don't want to watch it. But just subscribe. Do me a favor. Hey, it's one person to another. Hey, you're doing me a favor, and you're making me happy by subscribing to me. And maybe we could chat and be friends. Hey, I'm open-minded, and I don't preach to people, and I'm not trying to do anything with this YouTube channel but to, share and share alike. Well, I don't know. I'll share with you, you share with me. Peace. I don't know if I have to make funny faces for everyone to, like, subscribe to me. No, I shouldn't have made funny faces, because that was a serious subject I was talking about. But anyway, bye. See you later. That video is too long.